It's Anna here. Welcome back to Cooking Companions. Okay, so someone's gonna have to leave the cabin to get some food. It's not gonna be me. Apparently, it's gonna be Maria. I'll go. Maria. I used to swim all the time near my house. I'll probably have the best chance of swimming through these flood waters. No, let me go instead. Won't get you very far if anything happened to your glasses, and I totally. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but little guy, let me go. Gregor, sounds good to me. Karen! His arms are the longest. He's probably the best at climbing. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We each pick one, and the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You picked the biggest. You watched the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Will it be... M- Looks like I got the shortest. Maria. Maria. It's okay. Oh, animation. That's first. I watched Anatoly forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. This is sad. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Anatoly, Gregor. I'll keep us alive. I'm not even included in this. Gotcha. I promise. Give me a minute. Sorry to ruin that tender moment, but I had to go get the cat because there's a cat in my room that has to stay in a bag right now, like one of those cat bags you carry around, because my grandma doesn't want him walking around the house right now. So let's get back to the tender moment. I promise. She promised. I didn't know that was in the game. Wrong earbuds. Everyone watches as Maria leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Maria has left the cabin! I'm sure we'll see her again. Everyone stays up waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quickly shuffles off the bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize. The other is a cabin guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel. Then you try pushing her into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are completely sticking in the coal. You feel four hands on your shoulders. Both of them push you in. Make sure the cat isn't getting out. The familiar smell of smoke burning your hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip up the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. One of them looks behind her, eyes widening when she sees you. She's terrified. You've never been this angry before in your entire life. You're gaining on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through a field of... Give me a minute. There we go. I trample through the field of wheat. The guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall downward, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake up in a cold sweat. Jesus. Day 7. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Maria. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do now. So it could be days before she gets back. What are we supposed to eat? Mice? The worst idea in the world. I'm sure Aunt Totally will agree, but we'll discuss the next options when we get to it. I should never have it. What is the cat doing? I should have never eaten that much. I'm... You're sure Maria will make it back? She promised. Everyone treats to a corner. What do you want to do today? Speak with Anatoly in the kitchen. Hey, the kitchen definitely doesn't feel the same without Maria. Her laugh, her smile. I never got to tell her how I felt about her. She'll be back, right? You nod. Yeah. I wish we had rationed better. I'm not doing his voice anymore because I can't do a sad voice in that nerd voice. So I distract Anatoly with an old story. There was once a villager who had stocked up supplies for winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grain from his field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for cow. He ran out of the room quickly. One day the villager grew sick. He knew he needed the life-giving milk from the cow to survive the winter, but when he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak to grasp her udders. In desperation, he began to boil the grains. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, stop! Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake, until one day he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled out. Okay, guys, I'm back. Give me a minute. There we go. The villager crawled into bed for the last time, sobbing as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared back at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but the buckets blocked his path. He was too weak, too sick. The final noise he heard was the cow still crying out for food. One haunting note to end his life. Anatoly looked horrified with your story. The chompettes can wait. You leave Anatoly to his thoughts. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just strawberries. I would kill for some vegetables right now. You would too. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about a desecrating corpse. You wake up in a cold sweat, in a completely different room. Good morning. Apparently there's a new game plus a nightmare mode, so... Nightmare mode makes you think horror game. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? Cook what? Um... Question, is that a slab of Maria? Because she was flat, so it makes sense. Oh, don't try to do that. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? What's that smell? Where did you... Found it. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. That's definitely a slab of Maria. I think I think they all realize that's definitely a slab of Maria. Oh, that's a slab of Maria. A couple slabs of Maria. He immediately grabbed some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Downward spiral. You ate meat. Do you have any do you have any more of this? You explain how meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom puking into it. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregory wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Ma... Anatoly takes a piece from a plate. That's definitely a slab of Maria! That is a slab of Maria right there! You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. What do you want to do? You knock on the door first. Anatoly? You slowly open it. Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if he feels sick. Not anymore. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. Thank you. You're sure Andy will remember that? My relationship should be worse with him. I don't care what you say. I cooked his girl! You leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone perseverance to keep going. They can never be satiated now. What do you mean? We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? No dinner. Fine. I understand. I can wait. No arguments. Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the corner comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eyes have been giving you issues lately, so you reply. Forge me a new eye, then. You laugh, but then the ropes come out. He ties you to a chair with a long rope to prevent you from moving. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. The blacksmith takes a hot poker out of the coils. It makes his eyes glow as he scowls you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backward a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body as he raises the poker again. You wake up in a cold sweat. Jesus! That was terrifying. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Where's Maria? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get out of the water. To get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. Haven't heard anything like that when she's whispering. It's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes. I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast. Right. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. Last I think she would have wanted was not being cooked and served up for breakfast. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly looks at you begging. Bring us another slab, please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Help me. Anatoly? Gregor looks hurt by Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You cut it in the squares. Is the secret hiding place my basement? Adding it to some boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it quickly. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It's almost done now. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks both the broth before swallowing the chunks whole. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth with his finger. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what took over me. Maria. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her eating. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Maria. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. He knows what's gonna happen. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please, Anatoly. You could swim back after looking. They know what's gonna happen if he leaves. Gregor's right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Maria out there. Cat, I swear to God! You're right. Maria's still out there. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please, help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. They know what's gonna happen, okay? He knows the only way to help them, but... Everyone shuffles off. You go to bed ravenous. Maria. Something is approaching. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me, Onion. Not gonna be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please? You don't trust my advice? Got a fun factoid for ya. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. People actually believed it in the 1500s. How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There's even a doctor in the 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. Anyway, you know what smells worse than a raw onion left in a room? You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. You smell Could smell you before I even came into the room.
Onion!
Yikes. So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. Anatoly can make his own decisions.
Onion!
Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways, tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. You have a certain urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using mouse holes to get around?
Onion!
Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattled to cabbage about you. You can be so mean. You can be as mean as potato if you. She can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side.
Onion! Onion!
Just kidding. She's great. Anyway, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave, even if it's only for me. Okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates.
Wait.
They're for the frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter.
Onion!
Later! You completely forget about the conversation with Onion. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 10! You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment from you. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of the sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and then leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such a loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food. A storm rages outside. By the way, I've seen part of the second sequel, so I'm pretty sure the protagonist of this game is a girl. As the snow piles up, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Because in the second game, you actually get to see your character, and you play as a different one, or play as both, I think. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin completely ravenous. Trees begin to look like charred meat. You take a cut out of one, tearing your gums apart by splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood as you wade through the snow. Days later, a deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake up in a cold sweat. Oh, no special thing. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in the corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. So who's leaving? Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. I could hear the whispers coming from the basement. She kept telling me to go outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. Really? Anatoly? My patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You could see a glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. God, I'm pretty sure I'm the psychopath here. This is my cabin. You have 1 hour to kill. I thought that meant something different. Bye, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? Anatoly, I'm coming to the basement with you. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Oh, that's it? That's really it. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to go out, but I don't want her tormenting me anymore. You know what's down there, don't you? I have a feeling. Of course you do. How else would you keep us fed? Anatoly looks like he's gonna puke. Please get away from me. Anatoly leaves your vicinity. It looks like Anatoly will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting. Oh. Either the spirits are restless and they're guilt tripping them because they might have known what happened if you leave. They might all know what happened if you leave the cabin. I think that might be at the end though if it tells us something. I think at the end it tells us something about them coming to the cabin. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears rolled down Gregor's cheek. Uh, uh, I'll, I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Salute. He's gonna be dead tomorrow. Karen? Yes? Hi. Virgo looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye, Anatoly. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has been cooked in the cabin. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. He knows what he means by see you soon. I could tell they know. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. I'm missing him already. Gregor curled. What is he talking about? Didn't tell him. Turning his back to you. Are you talking about like didn't tell him about Maria or other stuff? You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear scraping on the floor. Don't make me do Cabbage's voice. Found you. You will explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Another cornbread classic. You must be so very unpopular popular right now. That's a tree reference, get it? No. Anyway, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency chomp meeting and told me to give you this mission. Protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? It's the yeast you can do, right? You tell Bread that pun didn't make sense. It actually did. On a roll today. I'll see you around. Bread hops away, pushing himself through the mouse hole with a pop. You fall asleep thinking about what Bread told you. Oh, you don't forget Bread's conversation. You have a strange dream. It's lying on a table in front of you. You take off the glasses. Glasses? Are you talking about Anatoly's glasses? Are these how these people died? Oh, maybe. And set them down next to the workbench. After working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. I don't think our character, or maybe we do wear glasses, I'm not sure. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you decide to dry cuts with a towel for wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching. You clench your fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. It's so confusing. I'm not sure what's happening. You woke in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk or? You found some meat. That's a good slice of Anatoly. Hopefully, it isn't a piece of dick. Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's event. You decide to surprise everyone with breakfast. You start by cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side of the oven, releasing a unique smell into the air. Karen runs into the kitchen. Oh God. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now! You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. Ah! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. You grab another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregory wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh, wait, can I go back? Oh God. Already? Gregory looked conflicted. Yep, that's how he knows it's Anatoly. But he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregory eats his food and bites, grabbing more with his hands. Tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. He joined them, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration. I, I'm gonna lie down on the couch. Just try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. I deserve that. Karen leans in close to whisper. I'm glad Mar- Maria and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen, after one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back, and now it's all I can think about. I can read the book on. Read a book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect your art? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Maria that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave. He doesn't stand but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. I want you to slip in the Gregor's mug tonight. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. Will you do this for me? No! Fine. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraint should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is sparse. Gregor, hi. Hey, Karen. What are you doing? Untie me! Oh my god! This will be over soon, Gregor. Ah! Stop it! Stop! Gregor has turned silent. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom, calling it the bed, and totally slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. We get it, day 12. You have a strange dream. Wake up, sleepyhead. Uh, you are having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. Made us all some breakfast this morning to celebrate. What is that by the door? That is either Anna. I think that's Maria. Breakfast? With what? That's a surprise. Gregor has finished his. Took a few hours though. Come on, let's eat. Get out of bed and head to the living room. Oh, God. Why? He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandaged him up like a field medic. My. What is it, Gregor? Where am I? Maybe if you spent much time reading books, says chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You're useless. You can't swim. How could you help us if you immediately drown? What? I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty earlier, huh? How's that for a big breakfast? Gregory looks at you. Don't even think about crawling away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. Heh. We'll eat your fresh arm when everything else is gone. Let me start cooking some more of your leg. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey, all I wanted was to keep everyone alive and together, but I failed. Are you? Are you disappointed in me? Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, my mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths, I was never satisfied. One day, on my way home, I was walking past the town inn. Something smelled amazing. It was coming from a pile of trash. I dug through and discovered a meal that was fresh out of the oven. At least that's what I thought. I became severely ill with food poisoning, dry heaving into the toilet for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. She's going to torture me again. You know that, right? Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I'm so cold. The cabin, everything about it chills me to the bones. Please, consider it my dying wish. Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? I'm next. I and you watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs. What the hell do you think you're doing? You tell Karen that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter. Plenty of food left now. Karen leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen, try to find the other's remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Hello!
Let's play hide and seek! That sounds creepy. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The redhead woman should know where the basement key is. I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's with doing something with the baby in the docking chair right now. So watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait, I. Isn't that your nut? Whoa. Why did you let her have it? I don't know. As the leader of the town pets, it's important you find all of us. So please don't forget about any of us. Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting Chompets lately. You can't play along with them, right? Go talk to Karen in the living room. Would you politely give me my knife back? I want my knife back. Looks like Karen's knife just slicing away at the block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all the blood off the couch to save you trouble. Yes? Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Isn't it in the kitchen? You can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Chompets can help you find it in the kitchen. You just have to go look for it. I don't like her. Thankfully, there's not too many places for the cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? Found her! She always picks the same hiding spot.
Whee! Cabbage!
Ah, you found me! Well done! Idea of the Chompet getting through those mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chompets to put me through. You'll help me out, right? Cabbage has joined the party. 4 trumpets to go. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked. Keep it up and you'll be a member of Trumpets in no time. That's Cabbage. Did you forget again? It's right in that nasty oven. You found the basement key. There it is. That's to your room where we found Potato. Check the bed and the code for the next one. We got basement entrance key. Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. Trumpets, find Onion. I have to find Onion, right? Found him. Guys, thanks for coming in this video. Hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.